A very good day to all of you. It is my honor today to actually um, to have an opportunity to go through with you what our Nutrilite brand is. So before I begin, I'm Irene. So I'm glad to be able to host you today for this supporting document. So Nutrilite brand has been around since 1934. We are talking about a brand that has been surviving in the market for more than 80 years. So do you think that if a brand that has no owner would actually survive this long in the market? So our slogan is best of nature, best of science. So Nutrilite is the world number one selling vitamin and dietary supplement brand. In fact, it is the only global vitamin and dietary supplement brand that is to grow, harvest, and process plants at our own organic certified farm. And phytonutrients are our specialties. In fact, these phytonutrients are what you commonly see in the television, the five color fruit and vegetables that you are supposed to take. And these are actually phytonutrients. And in fact, a lot of the supplement in the market, you won't be able to find this phytonutrient. This is our specialty that we have in Nutrilite. So now we go more into organic farm that I mentioned just now. So what is actually an organic farm? We don't actually use pesticide or insecticides. Instead, we use sheep to actually graze around the field to remove the weed. We have natural animal food cycle to remove the insect or the fungus, like the ladybird, to actually remove the insect invader. And we also have the earthworm to actually loosen the soil and aerate the soil. So when the earthworm actually move around the soil, it actually create the burrow and tunnel, allowing more air and water in the soil, making the soil even more fertile. But for a for earthworm to survive, you actually need a very good environment of the soil. So in order to have the earthworm living in the soil itself, you need to protect the soil and make sure the environment is right. So not just that, in Nutrilite farm, we actually irrigate our farm with the glacier-fed white salmon river, where the water in the river come from the glacier from the mountain. So as you can see here, this is actually the Trout Lake. So the whole Trout Lake Valley is exclusive for organic farming, where there is no conventional farming around them. So how do we say that a place is certified as organic? There's much more to it than what we see. So I believe if you were to go around, you would see a lot of people labeling they are selling organic food. Even the probably roadside, you will see people selling organic food. But if you're planting your vegetable at a clear place at your own house, or you have a small farm, but around you there is shop repairing car, there is a mama store beside, where they do not actually process their water and they just discharge it. So what I can say is the process of planting the plant is just pesticide free, but you can't actually say that it's organic, because in order to be certified organic, you need a lot of criteria. You need your place, your surrounding place, the water that you're going to use. They all need to be certified together in order for your farm to be said that it's organic. Okay, so next I'm going to show you our organic farm. We have one which is the Trout Lake Farm in Washington. This is the mountain cap that you can see, the glacier. And also this is the one in Mexico. And we have one in Brazil. And the latest one we have is the Botanical Research Center in Wuxi, China. This Botanical Research Center in Wuxi is actually a latest addition that we have to our farm, and it's actually a herbal plantation research center. So they actually study the origin of plant footprint, and they have like really advanced laboratory there. So here in Wuxi, China itself, Nutrilite actually study more than 100 plants in terms of the one that are commonly used in the traditional Chinese medicine. So here, so whatever we said is not that important actually, but you can actually find more information in the Discovery channel. Verify yourself all this data. So now that I've told you that we have organic farm, so we are not saying that we are the best brand, or this is the brand that you must have. But in terms of consumer, we ourselves as a consumer, we should know how to choose what are the brands that are good for us, or what are the content that we want for us to intake, because as the saying goes, we are what we eat, right? So you can have a look on this and probably Google yourself the Discovery channel on Nutrilite. Okay. Now, this is not what we say, but this is the award that we won so far. So for East Spring, we have consecutively won this Reader Digest trusted brand since 16 years ago, because this is 2019, yeah, 15 years consecutively. Whereas for Nutrilite, we have also won it 15 consecutive year. Now, this is the market share in Malaysia in terms of supplementary brand. So Nutrilite actually has 16% of the Malaysia total share of this vitamin and dietary supplement. So there must be a reason why Nutrilite is always on the top, right? So we as a normal human being, our life is not as valuable as the national athlete. Am I right? So this is the Olympic athlete in China, and they are contracted with Nutrilite since 2013 to 2020. Yeah, they can only use MV supplements, MV protein for their general well-being maintenance. So this is actually a news article in 2018 whereby the national athlete team in China actually says that they actually thank Nutrilite for supporting them 18 consecutive year for the health and also the nutrition of their athlete. So this news article is in China, of course, so it's in Chinese. So perhaps a lot of us may worry that whether our product is halal or not. So not to worry, because our product have Infanca, halal certificate from America, and it can be used worldwide. So just now I've showed you that Nutrilite is contracted with China athlete for their athlete use until year 2000. So in a way, Nutrilite supplement can be said that is very, very safe, because if athlete can use, then what more what more to normal people like us. So whatever we said is also not important. Third party endorsement is always the uttermost important things that we need to look for. So for Nutrilite nutrition supplement, we actually have the certification from NSF, certified for sport, not for normal consumption but certified for sport. So it's definitely safe for all of us as well as sportsmen to be used. So not to worry that you'll be tested with some illegal drugs and things like that. So yeah, I know all this is in Chinese, but this picture actually says that the best doctor in the world should be telling you and teaching you how to avoid medication and not to take more medication. So normal people like us need fruits and vegetables, fresh ingredient instead of medication. So unless you're a patient, else medication would not be necessary. So how do we keep up with our health? This one. So 10% of the people actually look for medication, whereas 20% may due to DNA, Another 20% due to the environmental factor, whether you have clean water at home, a clear atmosphere at home. And the most important thing that you need to focus is actually the 50% here, where the 50% here, yeah, whereby whether you go for exercise, you have a right mindset, and also what you eat. But 88% of the people actually, when somebody is, in their suboptimal health, whereby they may feel like they are going to get sick very soon. But in normal layman term, especially to the Chinese, they will tell you that it's heaty. But it is actually a optimal health condition. When this happened, 88% of the people actually look for medication, and 8% will look for alternative medicine such as the traditional medicine. But when we are in a suboptimal health, nutrition could actually help us because we are not really sick. If you were to go for a blood test in a hospital, you are just fine. You are no problem. I mean, there is no sign that you are sick, but you yourself feel fatigued, and you feel like you're going to get sick very soon. So in this case, nutrition, exercise would actually help you a lot. Now, I know all this is Chinese word, but it says, today if we don't take care of our health, tomorrow we will be taken care of by the doctors. Today, if we do not take care of our body, tomorrow we will be taken care of in the hospital. So basically, they are telling you that it is always a good time to actually take care of our health now. This is a small table telling you how to get sick and pass away faster, and all those 10 items that you can do to actually get sick faster, right? And for this one, all our body have a time clock according to the Chinese traditional medicine. So morning is the best time for us to have our breakfast because this is where our absorption works great, and the rest are the time where our organs do their work, right? The best time for our organs to actually do their work. So this is a more important one that I would like to look into it. So what our body actually needs, right? It's a lot. So I'll start off with omega-3. I'll start off with omega-3 here. So omega-3 is actually a fatty acid that is very important to our heart, our brain health, our eye, our skin, hair, as well as our immune system. These are considered as good all, in another words. So the next one is fiber. So fiber is very important in our digestive health, whereby it will facilitate our bowel movement and make sure that we clear our bowel on time every day. So the next one is water. So we need sufficient of water because human beings are actually made up of water. Clean water especially is important. So the next one is exercise and rest. It is also important for us to maintain our body health. And then the next one is protein. Protein is very crucial because it is the basic foundation to build and maintain our body cell as well as muscle. Once a person do not get enough protein, it is very obvious that you will see there's an obvious muscle loss in them. And the next one is the carbohydrate. Carbohydrate is like a Malaysian best food. You will see everything you eat is with carbohydrate. Whether it is the breakfast nasi lemak, roti canai, Hokkien mee, or even our daily meal at home. The white rice, the kway teow, the noodles, they are all carbohydrate. I'm not saying that carbohydrate is bad. Carbohydrate is actually very important to our body as well because it is the main source of energy. However, we must actually look into the amount that we eat every day. The next one is the non-saturated fat. Saturated fat here. Non-saturated fat is very important for us to maintain our heart health. Okay, And then the last one is actually multi-minerals and multivitamin. Multi-mineral and multivitamin we actually only need in a very small amount, but it is crucial to maintain our growth need because no system in our body actually functions with one nutrition or one input at a time. It is actually a very complicated web structure that I will explain later on. So this is the one that I'm talking about. So you can see that the light blue dots here are the 8 amino acids that you can find in proteins. So you have all those dark round dots, dark blue spot, that those are vitamins. And the 20 square and yellow color, those are minerals. So this is a very complicated web that we will have a long time to explain if you want to go in detail. But what it is trying to show here is that none of the vitamin, mineral, or amino acid can actually work on their own without the rest. As you can see, let's say for B12 itself, okay, B12 don't work alone because they need vitamin A, they need vitamins B6, need vitamin B2, and further down you can see that it also needs zinc. And further down you see that it needs manganese. So none of the vitamins or minerals or amino acid can actually work by themselves. So in order for us to have a complete nutrition, we have a solution here whereby the protein, the Nutrilite protein already have 9 essential amino acids. So what is essential amino acid and what is non-essential amino acid? Essential amino acid are those amino acids that you actually need, your body need, but you cannot produce yourself. So you have to intake them via food intake. So whereas non-essential amino acid are actually amino acid that your body can actually produce, but of course they also need the other ingredient as well to produce the amino acid. So what we have here is 9 essential amino acid, very crucial for your cell repair. And we have body key with 25 minerals and vitamins. We have double X here, 17 types of 12 types of vitamin, 9 types of mineral, and 17 types of phytonutrient. And last but not least, your good oil, which is the omega-3. So with this complete set, you can actually have all the 46 essential amino acid, vitamin, and mineral for your all day long energy. In this chart, you can see that if a person actually has all the 46 types of the essential nutrition of life, you are basically very healthy. But when you have 25% of this essential nutrition missing in your life, and you will actually fall into the suboptimal health condition. In 25%, you will see with the missing of 25% essential nutrition, you would see yourself falling into small sickness, slight flu, feeling fatigue all the time, feeling lifeless. So this is when you have 25% missing in your essential nutrition. But when you have 50% missing in the essential nutrition, you would actually see yourself having memory loss, and you don't quite remember things quite well. So these two categories are actually considered suboptimal health, where a condition whereby when you go to the hospital, you're not sick, but you don't feel well. So this is where you see yourself that you need to do something. So when you have 75% missing of the 46 essential nutrition of life, you would actually see yourself in chronic sickness, and you would see yourself having your immune system compromised. What chronic sickness that we are looking at is such as cancer, those very devastated diseases. And when you have 100% missing in the amino acid, it's actually a pathway to death, because your body has nothing to utilize, nothing to repair. So the next one is the double X, our star product. This double X has been studied by the Korean government. It actually has the ability to lengthen our telomerase. In another word, telomerase is to prevent us from um, oxidant and aging. So double X has what it takes to actually lengthen our telomerase, and as a very powerful antioxidant in our body. So double X is has complete uh, vitamin and mineral for us. But if we do not want to take this multivitamin, multimineral, you can actually replace it with 32 pieces of eggs to have your biotin, in order to have nice silky hair and also strong nails. You can have 2.5 cups of watermelon in order to get the enough vitamin A for your eyes, and also for area in our body that need mucus. You can have 9 cups of banana just for vitamin B for our neuron, and also 10 cups of spinach for folic acid, our blood production, and therefore you would have this 17 cups of pumpkin for vitamin E, 8 bowls of rice for just thiamine, B1 vitamin, 8 cups of cabbage just to have the calcium, 9 cup of um, mung bean just to have the zinc, and 11 cups of asparagus just to have B3, and also 5.5 cup of broccoli just to have chromium. Imagine in a day you have to eat this amount of food and vegetables. I think having this double X would be much easier. But of course, I'm not saying that you just need to take the multivitamin or multimineral. The best to human being is still fresh fruit and vegetable. I repeat, is fresh fruit and vegetable, not processed food. But again, as we are in an era of 2020, basically a lot of us are actually busy working. A lot of us are not cooking. So how can we actually make sure that we ourselves have enough nutrition? Basically, I think it's very difficult for us to have 32 pieces of egg every day. I think I will vomit by then. So still, in this double X is actually just to fill up the nutrition gap that we did not had enough from the fruits and vegetables that we take daily. For example, in order to have an optimal immune system, 500 milligram of vitamin C is recommended. Okay, but then in the market you will see a lot of the water soluble vitamin C, but the ever essence, yeah, not water soluble, but ever essence, vitamin C ever essence that you drop into the water. But vitamin C itself is water soluble, so whatever extra that you have taken in and your body do not need would actually be urinated out from your body. So the technology that we have here for vitamin C, we call Bio C Plus, is actually the 8-hour release, whereby it will go into your stomach and slowly release up to 8 hours. So it only releases the amount that your body needs. Okay, so now in order for you to have 500 milligram of vitamin C, you actually need to take 7 oranges, 6 grapefruit, 16 lemon, or 5 strawberry. So not to say whether it is we want to take this amount of vitamin C with fresh fruit and vegetable, but just let's talk into the amount of money that we have to pay just for 7 oranges. 6 grapefruit. One piece of orange now is about RM 1. So to have 7 pieces a day in order to get 500 milligram of vitamin C, so calculate, you roughly need to spend around 7 ringgit per day just for vitamin C. But in terms of economy calculation wise, so having just one piece of bio C is not a bad idea. The next one that we're looking into is the calcium magnesium plus. So over the time, especially young ladies, we are recommended to have the sufficient amount of calcium, because there's a cap to it whereby up to age 35, your bone density would not go in your bone density will not grow to the optimum level. So this is the maximum cap that you will have at age 35. So the younger it is you start your calcium, the better it is. So later on, after the optimal bone density that it can go, so calcium magnesium later on in life where we take is actually to prevent the bone loss, because when our intake of calcium is not sufficient, our bloodstream would actually draw from our bone. So later on in life, um, the elderly especially, you will hear a lot of them, they have osteoporosis, and you will start seeing them, when they walk, they don't actually walk upright straight because their bone is not that strong anymore. So calcium magnesium actually help us to prevent the loss of our bone density, making sure that we have a strong bone structure over time. And this is glucosamine. Glucosamine is actually for the joint health. So it actually help us to repair the cartilage here, right? Yeah. So it actually help us to prevent the cartilage loss as well as to repair our cartilage. This is vitamin B. Vitamin B has been long known to be one of the most important vitamin, especially to Asian, because according to study, we Asian tend to have less vitamin B in our food, so we are vitamin B deficiencies group. So B itself is very, very important, especially to our cell metabolism. So if you want to go on diet, B is very important. Okay, so not just for dieting. B, it's important for our nerve. It actually helps us to, repair and also strengthen our nervous system. So there are old people, not old people, those people who work and they have the same movement every day. Like the tailors, they have, they will be holding scissors at the same position every day. So after sometimes you will see that they have carpal syndrome. So once they have carpal syndrome, you don't have any other choice other than to go for an operation. Okay, so B would actually helps you a lot in terms of maintaining your nervous system in this area. And then there are many types of vitamin B in the market. I've seen people taking only they taken vitamin B all their life, not knowing that the vitamin B that they have taken is just vitamin B1, B2, and B3. So what they actually need for our nervous system is actually B6 and B12 on top of the B1 to 3. So a B complex is very important because you need a holistic mixture of this vitamin B for your body to actually function properly. And this news article actually says that they found out that vitamin B is very important and it may be helpful for Alzheimer people. So there are also a lot of people that will tell you that taking vitamin B will cause them to become very heaty, and they will feel a bit sickly, or they feel like fevering after taking. But it's normal, because once your body is lack of certain nutrition for a long time, once you give them the enough nutrition, your body would definitely have some reaction to it, and they will start working. So once your whole system start moving and working, so naturally you will feel that little heatiness, but it will go off when you have enough of water. So what is most important thing when you take supplement is the enough water per day. So the next one here is the protein and vitamin C. So for our skin structure, this is sort of a demonstration for our skin structure. So protein is basically the basic cell here, the basic cell for us to build our house. So our body, our skin is represented with building a house. So but giving your body a building block of protein to build is not enough, right? Because you need the cement in between to actually stick all those bricks together. So protein and vitamin C is a combination to actually form what we call collagen. So this collagen actually acts like a cement in between all the bricks for our skin and our body cell to stay intact together. So we do not have to waste a lot of money buying collagen. You just need to take protein and vitamin C. Basically, your body can build their own collagen. Okay. So I'll go through this. We have calcium, magnesium, B complex, and we have a whole lot of flavors of protein. So please do not worry that you get sick with one flavor, taking one flavor every day. We have mixed berry. We have the mixed berry here. We have the plant. We have the green tea, and my best choice that I like most is the chocolate. So we are very happy that we are also being featured before in the Bronier Pros on our M Plus. So this is actually the brain food for memory loss. Okay. These are all our partners, their testimonial on their usage of protein. So the first one is the burn mark. So you can see how it improved with protein. This is also burn mark, and this is our partner. You can see the improvement that he has using a combination of Nutrilite and artistry. He has been looking for dermatologists for some time, spending quite a large amount of money for his face, but things doesn't get quite well. So until he met Nutrilite and artistry, you can see the progress of his result. So this is diabetic patient. So as you know, diabetic patient, their wound is very very difficult to heal. You need to properly take care of those wounds, making sure that it does not get worse. So with protein, it is able to help them. So this is something that we should really look into it. And then the rove beetle, very common in Penang. So Nutrilite would also be able to help. And this is also another testimonial that she had protein for just 2 months, and you can see that her face structure is actually better. Her complexion is also better. So this is what I've been telling you. Protein is the brick to build our house, and with vitamin C, you can actually have collagen. So you'll see beautiful skin. So we also have pregnancy health set. Okay, and then this one is our star product. So we have this body key set for people who wish to lose weight as well as people who wish to gain weight. It goes two ways. So in this set, you will be able to find 5 sets of body key meal replacement, 2 sets of double X, 3 bottle of fiber, and 4 bottles of protein. So this is the starter kit for you for your workout and also for your lose weight program. So what is the most interesting things that we have here is this InBody watch. InBody is a very renowned brand, especially in the hospitals, because this is the only brand that is known for their accuracy in terms of tracking your body fat, your visceral fat. You can actually track the amount of fat in your hand, your leg, your stomach, which part has more fat. So, but now they have come up with this InBody watch that you could track all those fats in your body just with the watch on your hand. In fact, this watch has been around since 2017, and until today, we are the only one with this wearable fitness activity tracker that can actually analyze your body composition and also your stress level. If you feel that you are very stressed in your office, you can actually use this to measure your stress level. So you can actually also measure your movement recognition, and it's a touchscreen watch. Commonly, the fitness watch that you can find outside probably would track your heartbeat, your sleep rate, and the number of steps you walk each day. And whereas for the smartwatch, probably you will have the SMSs coming in, you will have a notification that you have a call coming in, and probably you'll be able to read a message or two. But this watch, this InBody watch, has the combination of both worlds. You can actually, here. You can actually have your SMS in message. You can actually read the message, but of course you cannot reply. And you will have call notification. This is especially useful for ladies who always put their handphone in the handbag. But not just this feature of a smart watch. We also have what it takes to be a fitness watch where it can measure the body composition that till now only InBody watch has it. Then our auto sleep tracking, heart rate monitor, all this. So in a normally in a fitness program, after you subscribe for the program, you lose your weight and that's it, goodbye. But in body key program, after losing weight or after you gain weight or you lose weight, gain weight for people who wish to bulk themselves, and lose weight for people who want to lose some fat. After that, after the whole program, you still have this watch to keep track of your daily lifestyle. Isn't that amazing? Okay, now the next one. Now we have talked so much about measuring our own fat. So now what is this fat that is so dangerous? So this is visceral fat. What you see here is actually visceral fat. Visceral fat is actually those fat that surround our organ, protect our organ from impact, I would say. But having a suitable amount of fat is essential to make sure that when we knock something, we do not get blue black that easily. But having too much of visceral fat would be a big problem. So all these yellow things that you see here, these are all actually your visceral fat. Okay, so having too much of a visceral fat is actually a burden to our body. And touch wood, if one day you were to enter a surgery, your doctor would have a tough time to go into the respective organ if you have too much fat, because they would actually have to go through all those fats. So now, if we are 5 kg overweight, it actually burdens our heart by 10%. If we are 10% overweight, we actually increase our coronary heart disease by 38%. If we are 20% overweight, we are actually increasing our risk of coronary heart disease by 86%. This is a huge number. And people who are that um, people who have this coronary heart disease is actually is actually very dangerous, because 50 to 60% of them would actually have sudden death. That we now, I mean, it's very common that you see this kind of news in the newspaper. In fact, it's getting more and more common in these recent years. So below are the some of the testimonial of the body key program that I've shown you just now. So this is the transformation of losing weight, as you can see here. So these are the losing weight one. So that's that. These two are the one that I told you about bulking, right? In this body key program, you do not only you I mean it is not only suitable for people who wish to lose weight like the normal lose weight program outside. It can actually be a program if you want to bulk yourself. So now if you think that wellness is expensive, then try think of illness. I believe if you were to go outside and survey the amount of price that you have to pay for a surgery, let's say a heart surgery, a bypass, or a stent, you'll be shocked with the amount of money that you actually have to pay for the hospital if you need to get a surgery done. So this is a very simple business concept that we have here. Um, if if you try to use the product, not no not all the products you wow, I love this product, right? So there will be some product that you like, there will be some product that you don't. So if you feel that those products are good for you, so you just teach others to do the same, right? You are just helping people. But if you feel probably you feel that it's good, but probably when you recommend to the others, they feel that it's not good to them. It's fine. No hard feeling, because our product has 100% satisfaction guarantee as long as you do not use more than 20%. But it does make sense, right? If you don't like the product, you won't possibly use more than 20%. So if you really do not like the product, return you can actually return the product and have your money back guarantee. Okay, so I think my sharing will be until here for now. So if you have any more question on Nutrilite, or if there is anything else more that you want to know, you can actually look for your outline to have more information. All right, thank you.